Hey guys, it's GoboVR, and this time I will show you two creative ideas in 360 Little Planet photography. First I show you how to create a little planet with several attractions from your city, and then how to turn it into such an animated thing called Cinemagraph. Let's jump into it. As you can see, this photo I created is not a typical photo for tourists. Of course you can see some main attractions in the city, but I put this ugly highway in the middle of it. That's because I wanted to create a photo with a message, pointing out the problem of the traffic jams and air pollution in the cities. But of course with this technique you can make a more attractive tiny planet with another message too. First, of course, you have to shoot in different locations to capture everything. For the best result, you have to take pictures from the same distances and camera heights, so it will make the post-production easier. In my case, I was shooting a 360 video about how car traffic ruins the sightseeing experience in the city. So I start with exporting some frames from this video. I opened the whole 360 movie in Insta360 Studio, and after setting up Little Planet views, I export some frames. In this case I will use 3 different locations to mix them together, but of course you can make it with more or less photos too. And here comes the first trick when I export the traffic scene. I pick up several frames and I will decide later which ones to use. But the point is that besides exporting certain frames, I render a Little Planet video too. So I have stills and a full-length Little Planet video. Let's see all the raw materials. First, here is the basic image with the cars, the bridge and me as I'm pointing at the traffic. And I have a video with the very same Little Planet view and the very same perspective. The other scene is near the chain bridge with the castle in the background. And this is the third one at the Hero Square. And now I start blending them. Opening the traffic scene in Photoshop, first I apply some basic corrections. And as you can see, my face is a little bit strange as I'm talking continuously in the video. But everything else is fine, so as a zero step, I quickly change my face. I pick up a normal photo of me, which was taken from a similar angle, and that's all. I set up the perfect size, draw a mask, and match the colors. So actually this will be my base image. Then I start building up the planet, putting the attractions in the image. Now I start with the castle and the castle hill. I put it somewhere here, hiding these ugly buildings by the highway, and I mask out the other parts of the photo. Then I add the next layer and I put this monument in the background. This is before and after. Now I continue with the bridge. I duplicate the first overlay and instead of focusing on the castle, I focus on the bridge. And finally I take the photo of the square with the monument and I only use the buildings around it. And I change the ground of my final image too. This whole photo will look the best after a final color grading affecting all the layers I mixed together. So I select and copy all the layers and merge them. I convert it into a smart object and retouch it in Adobe Camera Raw. This is before and this is after. Now I save this PSD file and I open Premiere. I could go on in Photoshop, but I prefer working in Premiere because it's more flexible in video editing than creating a video right in Photoshop. So I create an empty project and import this PSD file and the Little Planet video I created with Insta360 Studio. I put it on the top of the photo and create a mask around the highway. So I have a photo and a video layer. As you might observe, instead of the original video file, I'm working with a nested sequence. I have some reasons to do this, but of course you can work directly with your video file too. The point is that after a proper masking process, now we have an interesting Little Planet, which is half a photo, half a video. I just make the road pop up even more. With Lumetri colors I brighten it up a little bit and I give a little bit more saturation. And that's all, I'm happy with this result. that's all. If you like this idea, please thumbs up, and for further 360 contents and tutorials, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you for watching, see you next time!